Coming up on show 643, BMW's i4 specs, VW increased spending, and Polestar's leasing offers. Those stories and many more coming up on your edition of this podcast. For Saturday, the 16th of November, my name is Martyn Lee, going through every EV story to save you time. Happy weekend if you are listening to this over the weekend. Thank you as always to the gang at mph.com for supporting this show and helping me make the show as well. Thank you very much, gang. If you are in the USA and you want a one-stop shop for connecting buyers and sellers, dealers, warranties, as long as the one thing that you want is a car with a plug socket on, well then you're in luck. Okay, BMW i4 is first up today. The specs have been leaked, a load of horsepower and a lot of range. The BMW i4 is going to be a full EV and it goes into production in 2021. Yes, I know we're talking a little way off here, but it is part of BMW's big offensive to launch 25 electrified models, not full electrics, but 25 cars with some sort of electric powertrain by 2023. The i4 will be BMW's proper competitor to the Tesla Model 3, and it's based on new information that Roadshow from CNET learned on Thursday. It's going to be putting up a proper fight. Now, the CNET specs, they claim, are that the BMW i4 is initially powered by an 80 kilowatt hour battery. That is well and truly in the ballpark. Anything, 65, 70 to 85, 90 for that size sedan, right? That mid-segment sedan. That's going to get you a load of range, very sensible. You haven't got to lug around a very big battery. Yeah, of course, you are going to get some bigger batteries coming on the market soon. We know Tesla's Model S and X Plaid mode next year, they're going to get bigger batteries. They currently top out at 100 kilowatt hours. Yes, we know the Rivians are going to be up to 200 kilowatt hours. But for a sensible size battery, for a sensible kind of price, for a mainstream manufacturer, 80 kilowatt hours is very, very respectable from BMW. What kind of power is it going to put out? 390 kilowatts, that is 530 horsepower. 0 to 62 is going to take 4 seconds. That's their target. And again, that's not going to break any records, but it's very sensible. But look, 4 seconds still puts you in, the slow Porsche Taycan territory. It just puts you in supercar territory, doesn't it? And the i4 will have a limited top speed of 120 miles an hour. And that's a big deal because many of the German manufacturers do have more than one eye on the Autobahn, and they do get sometimes a little bit pulled by the Autobahn. They have to do this 150, 160 miles an hour, but 120 is going to be the limit for the i4. Well, of course, the i4 uses the next generation BMW battery packs and drivetrain, the Generation 5, if you like. And it's going to make the cells much easier to package in the vehicle's floor. The battery packs are smaller than the current third gen and the next gen, the fourth gen ones as well. And that is meaning that the new batteries, their Generation 5 technology, is stronger. It can handle faster charging situations. BMW are speccing 150 kilowatts fast charging on the BMW i4. And again, I think this is all very, very achievable, very solid. No speed records being set anywhere, including charging. But how fast do you really need to charge anyway? Good specs. The only thing is 2021, well, if you do allow them to the end of the year, that is 2 years away. And blimey, the EV landscape 2 years ago was so vastly different. Can you imagine what 2 years is going to be like? It's one of those things that actually, if that car came out now, we'd all be going, you know what, BMW, well done. That is brilliant. But say it is in 2 years' time, that's my only, 5% of doubt, a question mark, is actually, what are EVs going to look like in 2 years' time? This is so fast moving. Well, I guess we'll find out. And BMW working very hard on the i4. A company that has got Elon Musk's seal of approval, it seems lately, is Volkswagen Group. They've announced their Planning Round 68, they've called it. And Planning Round 68 says the investment on their EVs and digitalisation for 2020, so from next year through to 2024, they're going to spend 60 billion euros. That is 66 billion US dollars on hybridization and full electrics as well. It amounts to slightly more than 40% of their total investments in property, plant, equipment, research, R&D over that 4-year period. Compared with their last planning round, it's an increase. They've added 10% to that. The group intends to invest 33 billion euros, that's 36 billion US dollars, in EVs alone. These numbers are huge, and it's why Elon Musk has sent more than one complimentary tweet recently saying Herbert Diess, at the head of VW, is someone who is getting it right and driving EVs forward. Even appeared on stage with him, if you remember, only a few days ago. Around 20 million of the e-vehicles planned for the next decade are going to be based on their MEB platform. So that's 20 million on the MEB and 6 million on their PPE platform. So that's high performance. So think Porsche Taycan, think Audi e-tron GT territory. I'll pop a link to Green Car Congress if you want to read more. Right, let's move on. And a series of stories about how EVs just keep getting better, but the ones that some people already own. Tesla's Model 3 Performance has got a 0 to 60 time upgrade. We know with the power upgrade that's been pushed out over the air. Now reports that the Model 3 Performance 0 to 60 time under 3 seconds. We've seen the update make a difference in drag races between a Model 3 Performance that has the update and doesn't have the update, but now we're getting some impressive drag numbers according to Electrek. They've been checking out the Drag Times YouTube video, and whilst 3.2 seconds it seems very achievable in a Model 3 Performance, the gang at Drag Times managed to get a 2.9, late 2.9s, but that's still, psychologically, it's under the 3-second barrier. Wow. Less than 3 seconds on a Tesla Model 3 Performance. This is a car that costs less than $60,000 that'll get you 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Most people can't even comprehend how that feels, let alone think that actually they could own that car for, yes, a lot of money, but not supercar money. Now, moving on. When Tesla released the mid-range Model 3, it was the entry-level car. It was reasonably priced. You could get into the Model 3 ecosystem and pay a little bit less money. It was conservatively spec'd and performance was slower as well. Says Simon at Teslarati, the mid-range Model 3 was ultimately retired when the standard range arrived. Well, actually the standard range plus, because standard range is kind of off-menu. I think you can still buy it. I think if you want standard range, you have to buy the standard range plus. Then you contact Tesla. Then I think they battery lock your specs down. I think that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But if you managed to get a mid-range Model 3 back in the day, you got yourself an over-the-air update recently as well. And the Tesla owner Newcomb384, who has one of these, says he got the over-the-air update, and now his 0 to 60 time has gone down from the mid-5s to 4.9. Another Tesla that's getting faster and faster. Over-the-air updates are making all the difference, and this is all about Tesla working out how to use their drivetrains and powertrains more efficiently and rewriting the code that applies the power and how the power is applied as well. But it's more than half a second off the 0 to 60 on the mid-range. And finally, final story on Model 3 today. Not only did Motor Trend choose the Model 3 as one of their 3 finalists of the 2020 Car of the Year, but it also calls the entry-level Tesla midsize sedan the best sports sedan available today, says Stephen Loveday at Inside EVs. And according to Motor Trend, why do they put the Model 3 in the finalists for 2020 Car of the Year? They say the 2020 Model 3 is the best sports sedan on the market. Interior design continues to be modern and minimalistic, but it's elegant in its simplicity. The Model 3's seats now offer more bolstering. Rear passengers now get more ergonomic positions as the bench has been raised for improved comfort. In terms of driving, the Model 3 offers impressive dynamic performance, as well as a battery pack range that continues to be the benchmark for electric vehicles. And final story today is all about Volvo's luxury spin-off Polestar, now offering its first full EV with new leasing rates in Sweden and Germany. The Polestar 2 starts at €600 a month in Germany. That's based on 48 months and mileage of 10,000 Ks a year, says Electrified. Polestar also covers maintenance and servicing, including EV collection and delivery for the first 3 years. Polestar follows a unique, or some would say Tesla-like, sales concept. Sales are done online, and you can go into a Polestar space. Now, Polestar spaces, by the end of next year, there'll be 50 of those open worldwide, and Thomas Ingelath, who is the Polestar CEO, considers the new leasing offers to be to have competitive conditions and good specs, designed to rival the Model 3. Do you agree? Would you lease your new Polestar? Well, I guess you've got to be at least in Germany or Sweden to answer yes to that question. I'll pop a link to electrified in the show notes. Brilliant question of the week this week, which is eliciting some great responses. If you had to pick only one upside to driving an EV, what would it be? And yes, you can only pick one. Sunday's show will reveal the answer. Email me your thoughts, hello@evnewsdaily.com. 251 patrons of this podcast. Do keep me going. Thank you very much to all of you for your generous and continued support. And if you would like to add your name to the list, patreon.com/EVNewsDaily. Well, there are 642 previous shows online. The new ones come at you first and free and automatically if you hit subscribe on your podcast app. Have a wonderful day. Catch you soon. Remember, there's no such thing as a self-charging hybrid.